Hey guys, Bruce coming at you from Jenner Custom Toys. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I do and my eBay store a little bit and some of the things I make. I've gotten a lot of questions, people asking me exactly what do I do, because they see my videos. I teach some resin casting and cooking videos, and sometimes I watch Karen videos. My channel's all over the place. So as it says in the title, today we're going to go over, this is going to be part one of two. Today we're going to go over the cardboard play sets that Kenner Star Wars offered from 1978 till 1981. And there was a few of them, and the people, by today's standards, if a child would get one of these play sets, they would basically open it up and be disappointed. It's the different play value from today as it was back when I was a kid. Back when I was a kid, they had these cardboard play sets. They were relatively inexpensive for parents to pay, because parents were buying it for their kids. A kid would want the big giant AT-AT from 1981, I think. And I believe that was $49 back then, 50 bucks, 50 bucks. And back then, 50 bucks was kind of like 150 now, I want to say, at least. I didn't do the research on that, but it was $50 was a lot more money to people back then than it is now. You think 50 bucks? Oh yeah, I'd buy one today for that. But back then it was like $150. So parents would buy the cardboard play sets, and that's what the kids would play with. And we had to use our imaginations back then, which kids don't really have to use their imagination as much as we did when we were kids. They still do. They still do. But, we used to play in the dirt with our figures, and those cardboard play sets came to life when we played with them back then. Today's generation, not so much. And there's nothing wrong with that. Things evolve. Toys have changed. Playing habits have changed. But today what I want to talk to you about is we're going to go through these. I have 6 here. We're going to go through 6 cardboard play sets that I make replacement backgrounds for that are on my eBay page. And yes, I am kind of selflessly promoting myself, but I don't have a Patreon, and I don't charge for this YouTube channel. I do it for free. But a lot of people have asked me what I do. Well, I'm going to show you today part 1 of what I do. We're going into the cardboard play sets. Okay, the first one I want to talk to you about today is the Cantina Adventure set. This was the first one put out in 1978, not counting the early bird certificate package, which I do not have. I have one, but I don't make those on my eBay page. So we're showing you just what I make. But anyway, it was just a simple backdrop of the Cantina. It came with 4 figures. It came with Greedo, Hammerhead, Walrus Man, and Blue Snaggletooth. And it was a Sears exclusive, so it's the only time you could get Blue Snaggletooth. And it was a big deal for us when we were kids. As you can see, all it is a plain cardboard background. Nothing to it by today's standards, but back then we had so much fun with this. I remember mine, when I was a little kid, I cut out the door. If you see in the center, there's a door, and I made it a swinging door so they could pretend to put them in and out of the cantina. And, I was 10 years old, so different play habits, like I said, but that's how we enjoyed it. And then, of course, it did make a nice display stand when you got more figures. It came with the foot pegs that went in those little holes you see. And it was just, at the time, it was just something really cool for us to have for Star Wars. And this is available on my eBay page. Retail price for this originally it sold for $8.99 at Sears. And you got a cardboard box with this cardboard folder in it. It was all cardboard. But we loved it. On eBay right now, it sold last month $353 for the real deal, not one of my replacements. It sold for $353 loose. That's without a box or anything, in really good shape. And it sold less for that for the bent up ones and everything. But the most they got last month for one mint in box was $999, and that's with the figures and everything, which that makes sense. And so is the other price too. The other price, $353, that was with all 4 figures that came with it. But I just make the replacement background. It goes for, I think, I want to say 20 bucks, I think. I don't know. You have to check if you go to the page. But anyway, that's the Cantina Adventure set from Sears exclusive. So the next one is the Land of the Jawas play set, and that was from 1979, retailed for $9.99 at Kmart, Zayre's. We had GC Murphy's up here. I don't know if that was a United States wide store or not, but we had it. It used to be the old 5 and dime. Yeah, that's how old I am. I know what the 5 and dime was. But anyway, like I said, it sold for $9.99. It came with the elevator in the background there. You can't really see it on the picture, but it came with an elevator that on the back, you just slide it up and down through the cardboard. And it came with the escape pod that you can see in the picture there too, where you could put C-3PO and R2-D2 in there. This is mine. I have a few Jawas. They didn't actually come with it, but if you collected them, you know, you play with your Jawas and all your droids and recreate the droid selling scene or anything like that. But once again, it was an alternative to the radio controlled sandcrawler that once again was up there in price. I did not price that. I don't know what that was. I want to say that was like $39 back then. I think I could be wrong on that. So feel free to leave it in the comments if I am wrong, because I haven't checked that one. But that's your Land of the Jawas playset that we had to play with. Our next one is the Hoth Ice Planet Adventure Set. And that's what they called it, the Hoth Ice Planet Adventure Set from 1980. Now, they took the price up a little bit. Now it's $10.99 for this on the shelves. And it came with an elevator and the little laser cannon you can see behind the snow trooper there. $10.99. It was more pieces to put together. And you actually had they all came flat. And you actually had to fold all these together and put them together like a puzzle and slap it on the base. And if you notice, they have reused the base. The same base was on the Jawa I just showed you. The Jawa the Jawa Sandcrawler uses the same base. They only painted it white to continue getting more out of it. And this playset, honestly, I had it when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed it because we couldn't have the AT-AT that most kids wanted because parents wouldn't spend that kind of money. But we did have this one. And, you know, that's about all I can say about that. On eBay, it's selling for just the background. It's selling for about $98, and that's loose, no box or anything. And mint with the base and everything. And the only sale from last month was in an open box, so it was actually used, $213. I haven't found any that are still sealed mint in box. I'm sure they'd be worth a lot more. Don't have that research. So, but that's your Hoth Ice Planet Adventure Set. Next up, from 1981, the Cloud City playset. And that was also a Sears exclusive. It was in 1981 it came out. It was only $9.69. So they went down a little bit from the $10.99 Hoth playset, which you didn't get any figures in. That was strange, but Cloud City playset, like I said, Sears exclusive. It came with Dengar, Lobot, Bespin Han, and an Ugnaught. Now, I'm not really sure why they threw Dengar in there. Maybe a new figure at the time. Don't really. And also had little foot pegs that you could drill into the cardboard itself to hold your figure from hold your figure standing there. As you can see, I've added some, I don't know which way to point. As you can see, I have added some other figures in there just for my display and messing around. You know, I mean, Boba Fett and Darth Vader, I feel have to be in there if you're going to display it. But the only problem I had with this one is it was very small. And when I did the research, it was always this small. It just didn't seem proportionate to the figures. I feel they could have made it with as much cardboard as they invested in making the Hoth Ice Planet. I think they could have put a little more cardboard and made it a little bit more bigger so we'd have more play area. I did not have this when I was a child. My friend did, and he basically said the same thing. It was a kind of a disappointment to us back then. So that's the Cloud City playset. And next is going to be coming up. This is the Rebel Command Center, and it came out in 1981. Surprisingly, it was $11.99. Now, I guess that's because they once again recycled this base that they used in the Ice Planet and the Land of the Jawas. But there was nothing came with it. You just got the base in the background, from what I understand. And as simple as this is, I never got a chance to play with this when I was little, but for some reason, it's one of my favorites. Like I said, it's another background that I make on Jenner Custom Toys. eBay last month, this sold for loose with the base and the background and the braces, $256, which I was really surprised about because it's such a simple thing, and I wouldn't think these would get destroyed over the years. Mint condition in box, one sold last month for $589. Now, once again, I'm basing my figures on last month's eBay's sold items, what they actually went for, not what people are asking for. If you look on there today, people are asking $1,000 for this. Not that they're going to get it, but $589 for one of these still in box that did sell. That's a nice chunk of change for collectors out there thinking about thinning out the herd a little bit. I make this and sell it for, I think $20 on my eBay page, which is what we're here talking about. But that's that one. Okay, now this one is one of my favorites. This is my own personal one. This is the collector's action stand. It sold in 1978. Now get this, $2 plus 2 proofs of purchase. You'd mail into Kenner, and you would get this. The figure's not included, of course, but you got this base, and these levers would turn. All you go like this, and it would turn your figures like this and make them move around a little bit, which is really cool in itself. But then it has the artwork in the background, which I do make on my page. It's just the picture just pops at you. It's got a TIE fighter, you got a TIE fighter chasing an X-Wing, you know, and Star Wars written here. And like, it's the Death Star is kind of weird colored, but that is what it is. But I do make this background. It's a very popular item. I've sold them all over the world, actually. Usual Mike, he has another YouTube channel. I'm not really friends with him on Facebook or anything like that, but he actually got one of these sent to him as a gift, and he reviewed it on his page, and he liked it. So that's that. But now, I did not have one of these when I was a kid. I actually was one of the lucky ones to have the early bird certificate package that my parents got me for Christmas. But I remember my dad being angry too, because he thought it was going to be figures and everything in the box, and there wasn't. He was mad, and I had to wait till my birthday the following year, because my birthday's May 13th. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Nah, you don't got to get me nothing. But it became a combination gift of my Christmas gift was the background, and then my birthday gift was the 4 early bird figures that came around my birthday. So, let you know how cheap my parents were. But it is what it is. Oh, one more thing I wanted to correct myself. It was $2 plus 2 proof of purchases through the mail. 1978 was the original price. But you could also get it with 12 proof of purchases and no money alone. Now, on eBay right now, they're selling the one that was sold. There was a few sold last month at around $349 complete. And of course, that's original. Mint in box, the highest one sold last month, $5,000. And that didn't even include the figures. So apparently it's a really popular collector's item. If you can get a hold of one, I say go for it. I'm never going to part with mine. But $5,000. Mine's not in the box anymore. It's probably worth like about $349. But I just thought that was interesting too. Okay, like I said, this is Jenner Custom Toys, so I do like to customize some things and make them my own whenever I put them on the eBay site. This is some one of a kind that I'm selling right now. No one has done it. I just had a dream one day. What will happen if actually I got the idea from a friend of mine in my group. What would happen if the Empire ever came to Tatooine, which they have, of course, but this time they brought an AT-AT. So this is my Tatooine AT-AT with some, and I'm calling them my custom-made dust troopers. I can't call them sand troopers because there are sand troopers, but these are dust troopers, and they go with the AT-AT display stand that I made to go with the Tatooine base from Land of the Jawas. And there's a few other things like this on my eBay page if you want to check it out if you're interested in this kind of thing. I'm always open for new ideas. So that's that. Okay, I don't have a picture of this, but this is my resource for the different anything Star Wars vintage collectors. You see I'm using a green screen, so you can't really see the dewback right there, but he's there. You can see him moving around. But yeah, there's a dewback there. Anyway, this is called The Ultimate Guide to Vintage Star Wars Action Figures, 1977 to 1985. And you can pick these up on eBay. This one's a few years old. I believe they update this once a year, which I don't know what's to update because they're vintage toys. They never change. It does say in here about the values and stuff, estimated values. You can't really go by that because I'm the person philosophy that the value is whatever whatever somebody wants to pay for it. So you might think you have something worth $1,000 because it's got sentimental value. No one pays for sentimental value. It might be worth, who knows, but it's not going to be worth $1,000. So just keep that in mind if you go to sell things. People collect differently. So yeah, that's that. Now, the one thing people have asked me quite often when I do videos is, why are you always in your workshop? Why don't you do your video in your toy room like everybody else does? My toy room is usually a mess. I'm using green screen right now, like I said, and everything's nice and neat because I just cleaned it. And I actually had to set up special lighting because there are no windows in my toy room. I don't like exposing my toys to light. I'm kind of fussy about that. That's why my stuff doesn't fade as much as other people's do. But anyway, this is my toy room, and it's a quarter of it. I think I already explained this, didn't I? Okay, guys, well, that's my video for today. Part one of the cardboard things that I make and how I appreciate them as little. I try to keep it as quick as possible. I'm not much of a toy reviewer per se, but I just want to let you guys know this is what I do behind the scenes. This is what I do in my shop. I do it for people that want to get replacements for their bases. In this case, for the cardboard. I try to customize it, make it a little bit different. I use different materials, and they come out nice. They make very nice displays for collectors. Uh, they're not going to pass off as the real deal. I don't believe in that. I don't sell them as a real deal. I sell them as my customs. It's got Jenner Custom Toys, hidden somewhere in there, and a few little other altercations or adaptions to make sure they don't try to be completely perfect. Because I can't stand when people take a repro and they try to sell it to someone else passing off as the real deal. If you just take a moment to check out my stuff, you'll see that it's good quality, durable, and it is not going to be able to be resold as the real deal. And that's all I had to say about that. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Check me out on eBay, Jenner Custom Toys. I'll put a link in the description. Like, subscribe, and share if you'd like to. I'd appreciate that. I don't get paid for these videos. I just do them for fun. And in this case, I'm doing it to let y'all know about my eBay page. Part 2 is coming up pretty soon. I'm going to show you some action figures that I've made. And they'll also be available on eBay if that's the kind of stuff you're into. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, then.